Okay, well, I suspect my Vox AC-15 has got a bad tube. I don't know if the tube's gone microphonic, meaning the tube is wore out to the point that it becomes like a microphone in that it's so sensitive, it picks up every little noise. So we're going to do the wooden tap test and see what we get. I don't have power tubes in stock right now. I have preamp tubes in stock, so it'd be really nice if it was a preamp tube. I have never opened an AC-15 before, but I've watched a few videos of people doing it. Don't try this at home. This is not instruction on how to do this. Definitely have your amps serviced by professionals. There can be extremely high voltages in these tube amps that can kill and or maim you. Blow your fingers right off. So I know where not to touch, but don't try this at home. Hey, a strip screw. Luckily, these screws all seem to be about the same size, so that's good. I was hoping they would be. I was hoping Korg, aka Vox, didn't use all different kinds of screws. Like when you're taking apart a laptop, there's 21 screws and 3 of them are different kinds from each other. All right. I heard this can be a bit of a problem. Did we get them all? There's some here. Yeah, we got them all. So what are the ones here? Oh, it's just for the plaque. There's 4 for this tiny little plaque. Okay, so we got them off. And don't stick your fingers or anything else in here. Now, I've recently had this on, which makes it even worse. It means these capacitors are charged right up. Just going to visually inspect all these capacitors, make sure we don't have any bulging or leaky capacitors. The capacitors are the barrel-shaped things. These guys, they look okay to me. They look nice and flat. If they bulge out, it's not good. Here's a couple big ones. They look good. I don't see anything like, I don't see any burn marks. I don't see any bulging or leaky capacitors. A couple fuses here, I notice. Oh, you can't see my fingers. A couple fuses in here. Looks good. Gigantic transformer over here, this yellow guy in the back. Yeah, looks good. But the stars of the show here in this video is these tubes right here. This guy's got a cover on it. How hot are these right now? A little warm. I just ran this for like hours. Hours and hours. If you really don't know about amps, this here's your reverb. That's where your spring reverb is. And this is your speaker. That's the Celestian Greenback. So let's see. These are my power tubes, pretty sure. They should be EL, I think they're 34s on a Vox AC-15. And I think I have 84s in stock, which is a problem, obviously. I think this is the one the guy at the music store, when I called him, said that is probably the problem. So I'm going to figure out how to take the cover off. I don't know why one gets a cover and the rest don't. They look, I'm not going to say matched, but they look like they're the same kind of tube. They're 12AX7s. And I think this is an EL34. I'm having trouble seeing all the way around it. But I'm pretty sure that's what we're dealing with. I think I have 84s in stock, and that's a 34 is what we're doing here. So now we're going to take a chopstick or something wood. I got some paintbrushes here. And I'll just take like that. And we're going to do the old tube tap test to hear sharp, glassy noises. Okay, so I had to turn the amp on. Oops. To turn the amp on requires something called electricity. So we'll go ahead and supply some of that. Now the amp becomes dangerous. So we're definitely not going to touch in there at all. We're going to turn the amp on. And we're going to bring it out of standby. I'm concerned because I'm not hearing anything right now. Turn some volume up. It's weird. Usually I at least hear the speaker go. Oh, here it goes. Here it comes. Took a second. Interesting. I was like, did I break it just by taking the cover off? All right. We're going to tap. I'm not hearing anything come out of that. Tap this power tube. Ooh. I thought I heard something. She's kind of black down there, huh? Okay, not really hearing anything. Let's tap this one. I mean, it is making intermittent noises. I don't know if the phone's picking that up or not. Oh, we've gone microphonic, folks. Yep. Hear that? So I'm going to turn it up a lot. Okay. So the guy at the music store was right. He said the one in the cover is the one that's going to go first. I don't know how he knew. Well, he knows because he fixes amps all the time, but like, why is that a thing? Anyway. Tap, tap, nothing. Tap, tap, nothing. Tap, tap, nothing. Tap, tap, nothing. Now check this out. Hopefully the phone can hear the difference on that. So let's shut her down. Put the paintbrush down. Now, there's the whole thing about not using your fingers on the tubes. Some guys swear it's terrible to have that, you know, your greasy fingers on the tubes. Some guys swear it don't matter. I don't know. The best argument I've heard is that the guys at the tube factories use their bare hands, so who cares, right? If the guys at the tube factories are doing it, who cares? But I'm going to use a Kleenex. You know, I'm going to err on the side of not touching them. So try to wiggle that out. Oh boy. She's in there. Let's just, if this one's bad anyway, I'll touch it with my hands. It's not so bad. I don't want to touch the socket because I don't want to connect to that metal because I don't want to electrocute myself. You know, unplug the plug. And I don't want to wiggle too much either. Damn you. I'm pretty sure it's a straight down pull. I don't want to cause more damage. What is it, welded in there? If I break it, I'm in huge trouble, right? Ooh, I got it. I was just being a wimp. Okay, and I'm gonna note that the pin missing was at 3 o'clock. Do you see what I mean? There's a pin missing. The pin missing was at 3 o'clock. Okay, and this is a 12AX7, made in Russia. And I do believe this tube is my problem. So I'm going to go get a 12AX7 replacement. So I can't stop the video. I don't edit my videos that way. I apologize. Just hang tight for a minute. Fast forward it. I'll go get another tube. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. So I'm putting in, I don't have a 12AX7, but I've got an ECC83. which as I understand is the same damn thing. They say they're interchangeable. Like 12AX7 is what they call them, I think, in America. And these ECC83 is what they call them in, I think, Britain. So, come on. So now I definitely am touching it with my bare hands. Huh? Similar, right? Okay. So, remember that missing pin was at 3 o'clock, sorry. So we're going to try to get that in just right. I mean, she won't go in if if it's not right, it won't go in. Everything needs a pin. Like every lag needs a hole. And I've thrown the old don't touch it rule right out the window, as you can see. They're really in there. That's probably a good thing, though, because this amp's like 48 pounds. So if you're going up and down stairs to gigs, you want a little weight to it, right? You want a little tightness to these tubes. All right, there we go. Now, before we put it all back together, let's chopstick test this brand new ECC83. I'm going to put the hydro back in, which means it becomes super dangerous, and we don't want to get our mitts in with the capacitors now. Okay. And we turn it on. And we'll wait 5-10 seconds. And we turn the standby on. Interesting to see if it stops making them crappy noises that it was making. You guys, the phone might have not heard that. Okay. Now it's still making noises, I can hear it, but let's just give them each a tap test here. That one still sounds a little high-pitched. Maybe that one's always naturally hot. Maybe I've replaced it in vain. Interesting. She's still hot. Let's put the cover back on. Cover's on. Let's throw a guitar through it real quick. Just see if I can hear that that's made a difference. That sounds just as chirpy as it did before I replaced it. Making me think maybe I replaced it in vain. Get a guitar in here on the top boost channel. All right. And we'll do, let's see, turn the master down a lot. Still pretty buzzy. That sounds better though, I can tell you. At least in my mind, it sounds better than it did already. Am I in tune here? Sounds better to me. I mean, I went down this road because it wasn't sounding good. I'm hearing a little It's picking up a little of this and that, but it's not sputtering quite like it was. Turn this up a lot. Well, I think I'm going to change those other two so I can just say, look, all the preamp tubes have been changed. That way, if I have any more issues, the only other culprit is could possibly be them power tubes. So let me go get a couple more preamp tubes. And the ones I have in stock here are EL34s. So which one goes in here, an 84 or a 34? I can't remember. I thought I ordered those tubes for this amp, but it's the problem getting older. Your brain doesn't work. All right, so let's pop this. And we know we're going to change these. We're going to change all the preamp tubes so we can say we did it. So that just kind of folds and folds. And I'll still use my Kleenex to see. And if the Kleenex ain't cutting it, then I'll have to surrender and just use my hand. Come on. Where'd you go, yellow? There we go. What I'll do with these ones, because I don't know if they're good or bad. Actually, I know a guy who has a tube tester. So I'll just bring him to the guy with the tube tester. Oh, you know what I just found out? I just seen on the circuit board here. The circuit board tells you what you need. EL84, EL84, ECC83s, which is what I'm putting in, right? How I ended up with these EL34s, I don't know, because I don't think I've ever owned anything that needs 34s. You know what? Honestly, I think, and the 34 is more expensive than the 84 if I'm right. And I think I ordered 84s and they sent me 34s by mistake, I think. But who knows? That was a while ago. And so what I'm going to do with these tubes that I'm pulling out that I don't know the status of is I'm going to have the music store test them. And then if they are good, I'll just wrap them up and call them my B stock. And I'll have my B stock waiting for me when I need it. So again, we've broken the rule here of not touching with your fingers. I don't super believe in that, guys. I know some of you guys do, but the point was made that it's just like with the guys at the factory don't care. So why should you? And that's, you know, every factory. Well, I don't know. Some factories. All right, we got that one in. And we flicker down. Okay. I could see pressing too hard and potentially stressing that PCB above. You straighten out. That didn't go too bad. Now we've got 3 new preamps. Amps 30 watts and down usually don't need a biasing. And what a biasing is when you change usually the power tubes, usually you got to go in with screwdrivers and a multimeter and readjust a bunch of values up in here. But amps 30 watts and down that are not mesa boogie don't tend to need that. So luckily, as far as I know, the AC-15 is self-biasing. And I didn't change the power tubes, so I don't need to worry about that. So now I got 3 new preamp tubes in there. If I have any more trouble, my power amp tubes are going to be suspect. That looks kind of burnt to me, so I'll have to buy some of these. But let's see where we got. So what we get here. So let's plug in power it up. So, and yeah, these guys here, I'll have them tested, and if they're good, I'll wrap them up and I'll call them B stock. And those will be my B stock tubes. And I could run the life out of them some other time, some other day, on some other device. So what we're going to do for now is get the Telecaster going again here. I don't know what that video can see or not see. Take it out of standby. So reverb. Let's try the normal channel. It's just cranked. Just try to get some clean going on here. Change my tubes today. I changed my tubes today. Change my tubes today. Yeah, I don't know. I think it sounds better. I was having some weird, like, subtle volume dropouts, and you would think that'd be due to the power tubes, but I don't know. I think it sounds better. I know I didn't show it not sounding bad in this video. There's a couple of videos back in my channel I did. Let's go back to the Top Boost channel. Woo! Keep in mind, you guys are listening to the back of the amp with your with the camera phone here, so it's not really a fair listen. I don't know. Did I fix it? I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll really crank her up tomorrow when people aren't getting ready for bed and give her a loud test. But now I know, you know, the preamp tubes are changed. If I got any more problems, it's the power tubes. If I get problems beyond that, then it's beyond me, right? But anyway, I hope this helps, and thanks for watching. Oh, I just want to say, I don't know for sure that went microphonic. You watch other videos where you tap with a chopstick or a paintbrush, and it really carries on. It just sounded chirpy to me, but anyway. Oh, look, there's a date in there, 2011. I didn't know the reverb tank comes with a date on it. That's interesting. This is a 2011, so definitely possible that it needed tubes if it's that old. You know, that's going on 16 years now. So, all right, well, thanks for watching.